What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be checking out the EasyThreed mini 3D printer. So Z-Banks reached out and asked if I wanted to check out this K7 by EasyThreed, and I was like, of course, yeah, it's a 3D printer. I want to see it. So this is a very small printer, a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be whenever I first agreed to it. But you know, I don't really know what I'm going to print on this, but it'll be fun. So, got the overhead view here too, so you can kind of see what I'm unboxing here. We'll give that a try. So it says, make sure to read the instructions. Okay, so this does have leveling that has to be done, so be sure to do that correctly. And then, of course, they've got Toy123 as a place to get G-code and STL files. Let's see what we got here. We got the manual. This little bit of filament here. I don't know that we'll necessarily use this filament, but yeah, we'll see. The USB cable, that's going to be needed. Unsure what this is. We got the USB, screwdriver, and some screws here that we'll probably need. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So I actually have... Oh, that's weird. So I have one USB... So I have one USB adapter that has the SD card, and then I have another one. I don't know if you need to necessarily, but they sent me to. This thing looks like it's made primarily out of plastic, so that'll be interesting. It looks like a kid toy type plastic too. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just saying that because of how small this is, but as you guys can see, let me see if I can get this out of the plastic here. Oh my god, this thing is so tiny. Okay. So, this is the 3D printer. So let's get this thing put together, but you can see the build volume is 100 by 100. This is super small. This is a pretty cheap printer too. I think it retails for like $70 or something like that. EasyThreed, your logo's falling off the front here. Let me see if I can get that put back on. All right, is there instructions? Probably in the manual here. Let's check out the manual. Okay, so I think we just literally just add this on and add the screws and you're good to go. This is so funny. Look at this little guy. I do like the little mat that they use on this. It seems like it'll hold down PLA pretty well, so. But yeah, just so you guys can see a comparison, let me grab something. So if you're looking for a 3D printer and you're looking at these little tiny ones, and you really want to know like perspective of size of what this actually can print on. So this is the build plate that it comes with, and this is your standard size Ender 3 build plate. So it's basically 4 of those. This printer definitely has a use case. If you're wanting to learn how to 3D print and learn a little bit about 3D printing machines, this is probably a good little go-to. Low cost of entry. So yeah, let's get it put together. The one thing about having large hands is it is a little hard to maneuver. It'd be nice if this was a little magnetized too, this little screwdriver, but it's all right. One down. Do the opposite side here. Whoops. Oh, no! Accidentally dropped a screw down on the inside of this. Okay, I think the bottom is easy to take off though, so we're gonna take off the bottom and get that screw out. Okay, so what's controlling this little guy? Got the screw out. So that's what the bottom looks like up close. As you can see, let me put it here for you. Sorry, the light makes this a little harder to do, but there you go. So it looks like we've got a ET4000 Plus. I don't really know much about boards, but hopefully that helps somebody when you're looking into purchasing one of these. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty neatly put together. Cable management's pretty good. We'll give them a plus on that one. So let me install the bottom again now that I got the screw out. Matter of fact, before I install the bottom, to make sure it doesn't happen again, I'm going to go ahead and put the Z gantry on first, and then we will put the bottom on. So keep in mind, you don't necessarily have to remove the bottom unless you're like me and you accidentally lose a screw. But it's pretty easy to remove anyways, so no worries there. So one thing to note about this is you do have to do somewhat of a manual leveling process with this. So unlike some printers that you purchase, you know, in the $200, $300 range, it doesn't have automatic bed leveling. But for the price, you kind of have to expect to do a little bit of manual leveling. I would say this little guy is definitely going to be marketed as a toy, not necessarily like a full-blown 3D printer solution. Literally, the place that you get your files from that they're telling you to go to is toy123.com. So this is definitely a learner little 3D printer. So we've got the gantry connected now, and now it's saying install the filament holder. So it turns out I'm missing a piece that is needed for the filament holder. I guess that they just forgot to pack that or something. But no matter, we're actually going to use a filament dryer for this anyways, so we will not be using the one little portion here of a filament spool holder. So the filament spool holder that's supposed to come with this doesn't necessarily hold larger size spools. So if you're like going on Amazon to get a full, like a spool refill, you can't use it with this anyways. So for wiring, this was super easy. You literally have to connect one cable here and then connect two more cables here. So for the camera up top, this cable here and here. So super easy, only 3 little connections that you have to make. There's one button on the front, 1, 2, 3, and 4 down here. I think this is for the leveling process, which makes sense. So let's go ahead and get this plugged up and see if we can start the leveling process. All right, I heard it turn on, so we definitely have some power here. Okay, so it says turn on and make sure that the little power thing shows green, which it does. So I'm going to go through the leveling process on this guy and get some G-code loaded up, and we'll try printing with it. I'm not going to make you guys watch that though, so I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. So I was able to finally get this printer set up. Leveling was fairly easy on it. You just basically have to go to each corner, do the little paper test, if you're familiar with that. If not, you can look up how to do a paper test. It's very easy. But once I got it leveled, I essentially just ran all the G-code that was already pre-installed on the SD card and check it out. First print is underway. It's looking great too. Looks like it printed a raft here on the bottom before it started. I haven't used one of those in a long time. I'm interested to see how it breaks away. I think we're printing a rocket. So the first print on the EasyThreed K7 is done. I just went with the little rocket ship that was built in here. It seems like a pretty clean print too. So disregard my little filament chaos going on here, but check it out. We have a little bitty little rocket here. Printed really nicely. Let's see if we can remove it from the platform here. We can see what it looks like. So it printed on a raft, which is interesting. I haven't really printed on a raft in quite some time. Oh, that popped off so easy. So you can see the print quality, pretty good for it not to be tuned literally at all. Like, you know, we got a little rocket here. So I think if you tuned this little printer would be very, very capable. So overall, I'm super excited to play around with this EasyThreed printer a little more. I'm going to try to max out this build volume, see how big I can make it. It's 100 by 100 by 100, so can't go very big with it, but for an entry-level 3D printer, you can't beat this. Like, this is great for kids who want to learn how to 3D print. This is someone, you know, who wants to get into the hobby. They don't want to spend a whole lot of money. Like, you can't beat it. I think this retails somewhere between like $70 to $130, depending on where you've got it. At the time of this recording, of course, and it also depends on where you get it. But this is an awesome printer. I've got links down below if you are interested in checking out the EasyThreed. If you want to see some more stuff about the EasyThreed K7 or other 3D printers, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can follow along for future videos. Thanks so much for checking out today's video, guys. We'll see you next time.